Hello, Tums. Welcome to the bloody hell stream. What a bloody hell. Who's this munter, eh? Who's this munter? What the bloody fuck? What the bloody hell is going on? Who's this guy? There you go, what the bloody hell?
Promise me something.
Anything.
Oh, man, who does have to make you wishes? I can't bloody believe it. What in jolly? What the jolly?
I don't have
The ADHD fanboy Thomas fan appears.
I want a chance to say goodbye.
Oh, I'm playing bloody Spider-Man at the highest difficulty. Can you bloody believe it?
I'm not.
I've gone bloody mad. I've gone bloody flipping mad.
I will.
Can't skip this cutscene.
Go.
No! Don't give him the... insert funny black liquid. No, my accent! It went away! It's me becoming British. Yay, I can skip it now. Okay, so basically the plot of this game is that there's like a Spider-Man. The title and you speaking of an Australian accent. Shooting YouTuber, okay. Oh, I forgot I was wearing this costume. It sucks. Hold on. After level 60, levels become ultimate levels. Earn ultimate levels to unlock new styles. Okay. It is the best costume. Because look, now you're animated on 2s. Sure, a lot of the animations are broken, and some of the animations aren't even animated on 2s. But I mean, it's the thought that counts, right? My favorite Spider-Man variant is Retro. I'll have to Google that. Hold on. I don't know why I'm still doing this bloody impression. It's not adding anything. I just sound like a knob. My favorite Spider-Man variant is Spider-Ham. Because he's funny.
I've seen people lose control like this. Be careful.
Good thing there are two Spider-Men now.
There should be a Spider-Man variant who has a big funny sword. He has a big funny sword. Turn that pig into okay, how dare you? First of all, how dare you? There should be an evil face. There should be a Spider-Man variant who has a big funny sword, and he has a big funny gun, and he says, "I'm Spider-Man!" and then he shoots you in the big funny face. That would be so fucking epic. If there was a funny Spider-Man. Because the weird thing about Spider-Man is he never tries to be funny. He's never made a joke in his entire life, and he doesn't do that. You're taking too long. You're long. Oh, crap. You're taking too. This is me with this entire intro. It's too long. It's taking too long. You're tough. This.
That was your idea? Never said it was a good one.
You're taking too long. Is taking too long.
Conversations in the teacher's lounge. Use the stairs, everyone.
Don't die, please.
Spider-Man, think you can sign for this delivery? Coming in hot.
Minecraft movie quote. Coming in hot! Water bucket, release! I watched that movie the other day. It was alright, I guess. It was boring, kind of. You're to your home. Your homo.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Chicken jockey. I didn't see the chicken jockey scene. I got bored. I don't know why. That movie bored me. The only time I felt alive was when Steve said, we used to go in dungeons together. And I was like, Minecraft dungeons. And then General Chungus says, I'm gonna have to unalive you, bro. And I felt like, I think I felt the most negative sensation I've ever felt when he said unalive.
That does not sound good.
You're 4D. But yeah, I love how Jackenstein is just like a massive reference to YTP.
Hey, you're just cutting class. I abandoned students during a citywide emergency. Yeah, you're true.
Never thought I'd feel empathy for somebody named Chungus. I still don't. Was he like a sympathetic character? I don't remember that.
Sandman,
I always hated that name.
I know you're angry at me.
This has nothing to do with you.
I'm Sandman, and I'm angry, and I'm pissed, and I'm fucking angry.
But it's gonna hurt for
Gonna have to unalive you now. But yeah, I heard that there's gonna be a mod where, like, every time you see, like, an object that, Steve, in the Minecraft movie mentioned by name, you'll hear a clip of him saying it.
He's not listening. We gotta turn it up a notch. How? He hates water. His shoulder's already wet.
He hates water. He's a Persona fan. He never showers. Perfect.
Felt that all right. We need more water though.
I'll hit him with webs while I get Sparky.
I'll get
Come
water
back. Please. I didn't mean to do that.
He's done. Take your shot.
Yay. Bang, bang, bang. Watch out for... I'm Slendy Tubby. I'm Slendy Tubby. Yeah, he hates water because he's made of sand, and water makes sand, like, brittle and hard and breakable. He's a 4chan user.
You okay? I'm working on it. Thought I lost you there.
But,
Easy. Time for Genki to work his magic. Genki,
there's a fun fact,
nuts. I know, man.
in the,
We need a big wall.
Chapter 2, Toby... I'm working on it!
Mr. Parker.
You go work on it. In the, Chapter 2 playthrough,
Genki knows
by Toby Fox of Chapter,
earlier.
1,
Should have taught at a gifted school.
Birdley watches Chris's, live streams and tries to expose them for splicing their speedrun. Anyway, I have Birdley brain rot, and I don't know why I'm so fixated on Birdley of all characters. Like, he's treated as a one-note character. I don't think he's a one-note character, but he's treated as a one-note character for the majority of his screen time. And I don't know why I'm so attached to him because he has like 3 lines of dialogue that are actually serious and that actually justify my headcanons. I'm like, yeah, this guy, it's not a guy, they're a trans woman. And also, by the way, in the next dub, please make a reference to Thomas for your old pal. Mayhaps I will. But I don't know why I'm so fixated on Birdley. I guess it's because I realized one day that me in the past, I was Birdley. I was an insufferable little person. Who was obsessed with being smart. And, so I was... It's so funny because Birdley fan content is either I'm a gamer or I was abused as a child.
There is no other way.
Shut up, Sandman. Do you relate to Spam Thing the most? For this, because of the, Oh yeah, I also relate to, Tenna. Because his whole thing is, I need attention, I need affection at all times, or else I will die. What if Spam Thing was a cute, straight femboy? Somebody should make that a mod. Femboy Spam Thing. I'm Slendy Tubby. I'm Slendy Tubby. I'm Slendy Tubby. Watch out for me! Or was that the Jeff the Killer's line? Maybe it's both. No, Slendy Tubby... I forget what he says in the Creepypasta song. I think he just goes, I'm Slendy Tubby. That's not what it sounds like, but you know the Slendy Tubby's scream. Yeah, he used the body of a trans-masked femboy. I would describe Mettaton as like having the swagger of a drag queen. Like, I went to a therapist who specialized in queer clients, and they they saw Mettaton once and they immediately were like, okay, so this is a drag queen. I'm not saying that they are a drag queen, but they have that drag queen swagger, you know? Fanny. You're only making this worse for yourself, Marco! I don't care! The one meme of, I don't care. But yeah, I believe platonic Susie and Birdley could work because I have a friend who is literally Susie and I am literally Birdley. And you can ask me, oh, but you're, like, you are somewhat socially aware in the way that you're paranoid all the time. I don't think you would be Birdley. And I'm like, and my response is, shut up, I'm Birdley. Human, I remember you are causing confusion and delay.
Hey, sorry, what'd I miss? The suit's last software patch wasn't stable, but here goes nothing.
Human, I remember you are gender sides.
Marco's at Pier 4 Beach.
What happens if he gets all that sand?
Think he just did. Gonna need you ASAP, Miles.
Yeah, I see him already. I'm right behind you.
Deltarune Fat Controller Theory. It's the follow-up to Screaming Ape Theory.
What did I just get myself into?
My favorite part of that whole theory is the one image of Sans going, I shitted in my pants? My pants! I shitted!
They wouldn't listen to Marco, but they can't ignore Sandman.
That's because Salmon is annoying. Got him! Ah! The fuck is You don't know Screaming Ape Theory? That was like the biggest meme of chapter 3 Deltarune memes. Right next to like Friend Inside Me. But yeah, Screaming Ape Theory makes fun of how most game theories, most Deltarune theories look like to outsiders. And so it's like a Toby Fox tweet that somebody made up where he goes like, I shitted in my pants? My pants, they're full of shit? I shitted? And then it like points to a piece of dialogue where Sans says the same thing. And then it like shows every year on my birthday you're given Screaming Ape Theory as a gift. It's the greatest gift of all is Screaming Ape Theory. But then it shows like a picture of Chris and Susie with screaming apes photoshopped over their face. I didn't doubt that it was a Thomas the Tank Engine meme quote. That's half of how you talk, and you know what? It's part of what you make, part of what makes you special. That's pretty sick, guys. Anyways, Okay, yeah, so this is the plot of the game. So Kraven the Hunter, he's like, the most dangerous game guy, and he wants to hunt supervillains. So the first thing he does is he comes to American. He comes to American, what am I talking about? He comes to America, and he tries to kill Black Cat, or Cat Lady, or whatever the Marvel version of her is. And all he does, he tries to kill her, even though she's just a normal white woman. And then he tries to fight and kill other guys, and then he just keeps doing that until he gets his head bit off by Venom. And then we fight Venom, and that's how the story ends.
The app is busted. Pete, you seeing this?
They should make it so that the skip cinematic button skips all the cinematics. That would be actually really fun for replays, because you have to New Game Plus this like 4 times to get all the suits.
I got it. You gonna be safe?
Yeah, apparently this is... I fucking love Venom is a cool character. Weirdly enough, I was such a Venom superfan that it like almost helped my egg crack. Okay, this is a weird story. Okay, so as a kid, me and my friend next door loved Venom so much that we like roleplayed as Venom at all times. Not at all times, but like 90% of the time we were like with each other, we would be roleplaying Venom. I don't know what you'd call. I have to think about that. But yeah, we'd be role-playing Venom, and I was like, I would be Pink Venom. And Pink Venom would look like Venom, but like a part of his Venom body would be a dress. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. I'm definitely not an egg. Such a weird part of my development. Too eggy for role-playing as a woman, but just cracked enough to to roleplay as Pink Venom.
We gotta get through to set up triage.
On it, Chief.
But yeah, considering that most if not all Venom symbiotes are just named after a singular noun, I guess that narrows it down of like how you'd be named.
I need your help to get the app back.
What do you need?
Get to the roof of the building on Worth
Hey,
and Lafayette.
I don't know, man. I never really thought
It's
about
gonna
it.
be hours before the telecom network's back up, so we're gonna create our own network.
That's a big job. How long have you been planning this?
Well, dreaming about it since 7th grade, but planning, for the last 2 minutes or so. There should be a launcher around there.
What is all
Gank
this
you.
stuff?
Environmental study.
Gank you, why do you
The
gank me?
launchers for high altitude weather sensors.
You skanky.
And this startup gave us permission?
Yes. I checked with the head guy.
Your symbiote would be named Thomas Lover 98.
Okay, tell me what to do.
You've still got that 3D printer built.
Watch out, Miles! It's Thomas Lover 98, the most powerful symbiote!
Blueprints.
Got him. This looks like a drone.
It's just a username.
Eye on people, Genki.
It's just a really bad username. Symbiotes take on a pattern of
The app, which gets routed
a
to this drone.
pride flag, but they take on the power of a pride flag related to the host. They took over
Did I just make a
British
friend?
Spider-Man, and it's just the Union Jack.
Trade me with
No clue where you're from, but I'm British!
How do we get this thing airborne?
There's a lot of competing signal traffic.
So this minigame sucks, but luckily we only have to do it like
Give us a clear signal.
about once, approximately once. So I guess to make this interesting, because this game is like very slightly boring at all times, I should tell funny stories about my life. Some of them I've already told on Twitter, but you wouldn't know that unless you're my friend here,
Online.
because I don't think I linked my Twitter. Thomas Lover 98 is a symbiote,
Reports should
and he has the femboy flag pasted over them. But
We did it.
so
Back in business.
There.
okay.
Crime report just came in.
Let me tell you a story about. What should I tell you a story about?
Get up! Let's go!
I used to play Minecraft a lot. I had the PS3 edition.
We got plenty of time.
Um,
Busy with all this.
and I also had the
Clear this place.
iPad edition.
Come on, load 'em up.
But the thing with the iPad edition
Stealing weapons?
is that it well, the thing about the PS3 edition is that it was very weird because it would have a lot of updated stuff like Elytra and Parrot, but it would like Elytra, but then it wouldn't have like parrots. Like it was this weird mixture, like back then before they just stopped supporting it. It's a very weird mixture of like updated and not updated at all.
For example, you take a punch
No, back next to an iPad, baby. Kind of? I mean, me and my friend,
I think I'm onto something.
well, it's a pretty common first name. I might be able to say it, but to err on the side of caution, I will not. I think I called him Box Cutter in the past for no reason, because it was like a cool, edgy name.
It's a big crew.
What should I call them?
Covered in sand. Wish I knew what got into Marco.
Joey Meatballs. Okay. Me and my friend Joey Meatballs,
A warm welcome.
uh,
Spidey style.
we used to be obsessed with Minecraft, but we couldn't play it. Like, we couldn't play it when we were at their house because, well, they didn't have it. And so then one day, my mom was fed up, and, well, she wasn't fed up. She was like, okay, you guys keep talking about Minecraft. I think that, if it will make you so happy, I should buy Minecraft for you on the iPad. And we were like, yay!
I'm not angry, Miles. Just
But yeah,
That's what my mom always says.
Joey Meatballs,
come on. You've known me for a long time. When have you ever seen me angry?
he was a good pal. He was kind of a hashtag yandere, if you guys know. Those who know.
We're playing a board
Uh,
game and you kept losing.
I wasn't angry at
But
you.
yeah, I remember he had this weird thing where he said that we would definitely have to live together when we grew up. Like,
Okay, the new app is compiling.
like, I remember that we did this one thing where I made a Lego spaceship, and he made a Lego spaceship, and he was like, okay, so you have to live in my Lego spaceship. And I was like, okay, but I don't want to. And then he's like, or I have massive Lego nukes that I can use to destroy your spaceship. The choice is yours. But yeah, we had a weird relationship, and we still do. I haven't seen him in a while.
Over there. She was having trouble breathing.
He tried to kill his parents in front of me.
What do you need?
That's a different story. Uh, um,
Yo, you sounded stressed earlier. You doing okay?
Yeah, there's just a lot going on, and I'm hungry, and the vending machine only has those plain low sodium table crackers.
Oh man, that sucks.
plain low sodium table crackers.
So I'm finally doing that app upgrade.
Speaking of, I'm a cracker.
Help from my friends. That's a brilliant pun that doesn't make sense to you yet, but it will in a minute.
Is it wrong if I kin Henry from Thomas because we both suffer dreadfully and no one cares? I mean, that's half of why I kin Birdley. Is because he like almost dies and it's a comedic moment. Oh, right! Okay, I can give you exclusive Avia lore that I haven't been able to incorporate into,
I don't see anything that looks like
into my Avia Twitter account. Okay,
maybe it's
so,
sand?
Avia... Through the sand mound. Oh. So Avia, as a Birdly, they're doomed to, like, a bad ending. It's not part of the prophecy, it's just sort of, like, inherent to them as a Birdly. And so, because Birdly is not mentioned at all in the prophecy, there are, like, alternate evil Birdlies who know of that. Alternate evil Avias in particular, who know that they're going to end poorly. But they're able to gain power and the interest of the Roaring Knight by using their unprophesized nature to break the prophecy. And that basically always means killing someone. And so... yeah, so they're basically evil Avias, and it's basically the Invincible War, but with Avias. The two Avias I have are Evil Queen Avia and Jeffrey Avia. And Evil Queen Avia is basically in that universe. Like, they take Queen's place, and they're, like, way more evil than her, because, you know, Avia's all edgy, and they're like, I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin, I must confess that I feel like a monster! There's all that angst stuff. Would Avia still have a masculine gender expression, making her a tomboy, or no? I think Jeffrey Avia would be a tomboy. And then Canon and Evil Queen Avia would be feminine. Because of course Jeffrey is a guy, and so Avia being molded into Jeffrey from Class of '09 would be a tomboy. I don't even know what that canister was, but oh my god, it crumpled. That guy has gotta be dead after this. Like, what? You don't shrug that off.
I could be in physics class right now, memorizing abstract equations for hypothetical situations.
Oh, wait, hold on, I got a parry, watch this. Now check this out.
I think I like this kind of physics better.
Yeah, see, I can parry now. It's the new mechanic.
It's too late for me. Here we go.
Why is the guy getting mugged going, oh, Run, Spider-Man! It's too late for me! Spider-Man, run! You can't beat them! They've got like a gun and stuff. But yeah, evil Queen Avia is basically the reason that they're taking the place of Queen is because Queen gave them gender envy. And they like mimic Queen's laugh, but they do it really poorly. But they are still goofy like Queen is in certain scenarios. But yeah, those are the alternate Avias.
The app's finally updated. Check it out.
And also, Curdley's canon in the Avia timeline, but in a secret, evil way.
Nice work on the app.
Which is that, basically,
These last requests and get back to school.
Avia's head over heels. Well, in canon, the ship is called Avarice, because A, it sounds cool, and B, it's the name for greed, which is also just because it sounds cool. But, yeah, so Avia is 100%, like, head over heels in love. Meanwhile, Chris, like, sort of reciprocates. What's my predictions? I'll get to that. Chris sort of reciprocates, but in the way that, like, they're frustrated that they actually are interested in Avia, and it just makes them dislike them even more. But, and then in the Snowgrave route, they use the unrequited love the soul does to manipulate Avia into killing Darkners and then herself. So, you know, it's angsterific, as I always say. My prediction for Chapter 5. So A, this first one is just Cope. But my prediction is that Birdley will have a larger role. That's my Cope. We saw earlier that they said, the Mystery Man gave you their schedule, and they said that they're going to, like, harvest the cornfields or whatever. So, well, a lot of people are taking that literally as, like, a literal cornfield. My prediction is, that they're gonna go to the convenience store, because it's basically a grocery store in there. And, like, I don't know, it's got fresh produce. It could be turned into, parts of it could be turned into a farm.
Okay, Marco. What was your subconscious?
In a dark world, of course.
Gotta focus. People need my help.
But, that's my prediction. But yeah, my greatest fear of what I hope does not happen is that Birdley becomes irrelevant. You're a cracker and I'm a Cheez-It. My thing that probably will happen, but I hope it doesn't happen, is that Birdley will become irrelevant and the whole your choices don't matter thing still counts, because even in Snowgrave, it doesn't even change that much, because Birdley doesn't do much.
Okay. Seems like it holds a part of Marco's memory. MJ said that there were more crystals scattered around the city. Gotta keep an eye out.
Heard of Woody Theory 2? I have.
Hey, you wanna grab
I'm great at Cope, but like
He's stuck in a limo.
I think that's a bit too much of Cope for me. I like the idea of Woody Theory, okay? I think it's incredibly funny. I think it's funny that they added a reference to it. And I honestly hope that friend inside me, I hope that friend inside me, like, is made into some sort of game. It doesn't even have to be Deltarune. I have started making, probably will never finish it, because that's how I create things. I start and then I don't finish. But I started making a game called Five Nights at Friend Inside Me, and I don't know, it's very funny to me.
I spy with my new love. Y'all are the worst, you know that?
Okay, so this is the ultimate difficulty, and I don't know how it's being so easy right now. Well, I guess it is the tutorial or whatever, but like... Come on, man. Come on, step it up! Have y'all been watching... I remember you working on a series with your Bo character.
Tell Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I'm working on a lot of series with Bo. I keep just like shuffling them around. It's B-O-W. It's pronounced like how you spelt it, but it's spelled like bow tie.
You gotta come see who the VIP in the
But yeah, I just put Bo everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's just like a cameo or they're the main character.
Spider-Man, you with me?
I don't know. I have a personal vendetta. Any chance you to have your own Woody theory moment? I mean, if somebody had a theory about my series,
I'm helping you, man.
Woody theory moment. I'm not sure I know what that means. Are you asking me to make Woody theory real and Bo? Because I will. Don't test me.
I'm surrounded by menaces.
I'm surrounded by queers. Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm J. Jonah Jameson.
I can't believe I just did that.
But yeah, like your own equivalent to friend inside me. Friend inside me. With anything.
You weren't the worst teacher we've ever had.
Oh yeah, I did have an equivalent of that actually. It wasn't in Bo, but it was in The Armless Adventures of Romero Morstev.
Shot in yesterday.
There was a running joke about this like awful looking gamer shirt that everybody hated. And basically so the first part of the joke was that it was the Will Trade Sister for video games shirt. And
Ain't that something?
and so at first I just had that and that was all it was. It was on Romaror's shirt, and there was a joke about how, like, I wish I had literally any other shirt to wear except this. But then, when they find out Romaror is a Fabellian, or more specifically a Vedi, which is a minority within the universe, the shirt switches to the kid on the front, like, having, like, a terrified frown and saying, "Oh, fuck!" And that was before I even had or knew how to work Photoshop. So I was just using cropping and Google Slides to Photoshop it. And so, sadly extinct. You mean Google Slides or Photoshop or the Vadies, the Fabellians? But this is close. But and then so I named the character Cottonfeld, and basically there was a running joke that he was sentient. And that nobody believed you when you said he was sentient, but he was absolutely fully sentient. So Cottonfeld, the cheeky one account was either changed to something else or deleted. Oh, okay. So Cottonfeld, they ran off in the second arc. Like, I hated drawing Romaror with, like, their body, and then their gums, and then their shirt, and then the design on their shirt. And it sucked. And also their scraggly wig that always sucks to draw. And so I just I removed them of their human suit after they entered the wilderness. And, so the lore reason why their shirt is gone alongside their human suit is that they just took off the human suit, but, their shirt ran away because Cottonfeld gained further sentience and decided that they wanted to roam off and experience new horizons. And so it's just one of those. I like putting like little inexplicable things that don't make sense in my series. Like there's this for example, also in the Armless Adventures of Romero Morstev, there's this guy named the Monitor Man. I made only one GIF of him once. But yeah, he was just a combination of a bunch of really crazy looking video effects on a GIF. And the Monitor Man is basically like Old Man Consequences, but for the universe, but for like this universe. And so basically, if you shoof incorrectly, which is the Romero universe version of teleporting, if you shoof incorrectly, you briefly go into the tile dimension. Well, the incandescent tile dimension. The normal tile dimension is a school, but the incandescent tile dimension is like the in-between point between all realms. And that's where you meet the Monitor Man. And he's also basically just W.D. Gaster. He's like W.D. Gaster and Old Man Consequences had a baby. He's mysterious, and he's like a mystery legend in his universe. I keep trying to parry him. I should have parried him that time. There we go.
Please, don't leave me! Don't worry. I'll get you to an ambulance in no time.
Oh my god, thank you.
Thank you for coming to my yap session. But, yeah, for a while, the Armless Adventures of Romero Morstev was kind of my passion project, honestly. It was, like, not derivative of anything that had seen. Aside from, like, of course, like, the whole, thing of,
And there we are.
like, oh, it's a fantasy creature and they represent minorities. But yeah, there's a lot of fun scrapped stuff that I didn't do. Initially, the Fishman character was going to already be friends with Romero at the beginning of the story, but I changed that. They only become friends after they enter Goldmont. But oh, and also, every single different species of Fabellian was supposed to be so outlawed that they had to use, like, different apps to talk to each of them. The only one I ended up keeping was that there was an app for talking to devils named Advocate, because, get it? Devil's Advocate. You stupid Miles.
Sounds like a good excuse to finally build that Spider-Mobile.
I was trying to get a combo and web yank people, but you instead stopped the crime. Why'd you do that? I did try to do a brain rot meme with the game Bad Rats Show. I I would take really unfunny anime memes, and I would replace them with Bad Rat's show. And I think my favorite one is when you hear this the theme from a Bad Rat's show and you instantly rat.
Hope you don't mind me interrupting here.
We are bad rats. Bad, bad rats. We are bad rats. Bad Rats show.
Next up, booking.
You took down like 15 of them. The guys aren't gonna believe this. Say, can I get a selfie?
But yeah, play Bad Rats show, not sponsored. My favorite part of that game is that theme song is sang by like a parody of the Beatles called The Rattles. Like it's not even a pun. But yeah, I wanted to make my own fan game of Bad Rat's show called Bad Rats Mag, which was it was a pun because it was themed after a magazine, and also it was a first-person shooter. Basically it would take place in a sort of dystopia where cats are just killed for no reason, because that's the plot of the first game, that rats are finally taking revenge and killing cats. But then the plot of the second game is that now they're just killing cats for like entertainment, the rats are. So I decided to take it a step further and make it like a whole dystopia. It never got too far in development, especially because I, didn't know how to use Unity or any development software other than like Scratch. And how do you make a first-person shooter on Scratch that's not just like a shooting gallery?
See? That's the thing about business deals. Nobody ever expects spiders.
We are bad rats. Bad, bad rats. We are bad rats. Bad Rats show.
That guy nearly hit somebody. I better do something. Wait a minute. Cry! No!
We are bad rats. Bad, bad rats. We are bad rats. Bad Rats show.
Chalk one up for the good guys.
Rats are taking it all. This is the final rat.
Come on back to Giorgi's hummus. Home to New York's finest hummus. Was that a good photo? Post it online.
Ah, here we go. Now, I'll admit, I first walked into his shop because of all the articles about his new flavors, but his traditional ones would have kept me coming back. Sometimes a classic is a classic for a reason.
We are bad rats. Bad, bad rats.
Truck getting robbed. Must be a
Bad
Tuesday.
rats. Bad Rats show.
If you're looking for $2 bills, I think the back on 101st has some.
I'm taking him down.
Okay, hold on.
You're not gonna.
Yay!
That was too easy, guys. At least try to have a plan next time.
Gotta beat the part where you go to Craven. I didn't have much of a problem with it. I didn't really have a strategy. I just sort of, when he was there, I usually punched him into the air, because that stun locks him and he can't do one of his moves again. But yeah, that was my only real strategy. Oh yeah, and Symbiote Surge is good.
Hey, MJ.
Anyway, that was a good stream, you guys. Remember, guys. Uh, hold on. I suck at streaming on the PS5. Poor 6 for me.